All right, guys, Tissot Gentleman Automatic. A watch that definitely needs more attention. So let's give it some attention. What are we looking at here? First off, crazy affordable, retail price, $775. Snapshot in time, you can pick this up on Joma for $535. I have no association with Joma. I actually don't even shop on Joma. I just did a quick Google and I was like, looks like Joma's got a legit price on it. Here's the ID number. I'll put all this in the description down below too. Big thanks to a member of my Discord. His username's a little funny, but in the watch community, this makes sense, right? His username is 3ballman. So yeah, let the jokes fly. But 3ballman, big thanks for loaning this watch in and another watch, which I'll be doing a video here soon, which is an Andy Digi watch. But let's talk about this guy, the pros, and I'm actually going to talk about the cons. I don't typically talk about cons in watches, but I think maybe I could toy around with it a little bit, see if you guys like it or not. All right, case size, 40 millimeter. Lug to lug, 48.4. Thickness, only 11.75. Has a double dome sapphire crystal with AR coating. Lug width, 21, kind of weird. Tapering down to 19. Butterfly clasp. Now, you guys already know me, right? If you do or if you don't, whatever, you're about to learn. Not a huge fan of butterfly clasp. They're fine in most cases. I would just rather not have them. I would rather have a fold-over clasp. That's going to be one of my nitpicks on this watch. Polished center links. They work with the watch. Not a huge fan, but they work just fine. Quite frankly, the bracelet is well constructed, but I just feel like I would want a different bracelet on this. So if anyone out there in the watch community knows of some other bracelet that somehow matches up with this really good, if we could swap out the bracelet, which is almost impossible that that's going to be the case because it's 21 millimeter lug width. So maybe this just wears on some sort of leather strap or something. But I think that's my biggest gripe is the bracelet. And it's maybe not justified because the bracelet is actually good. It's split pin design, so easy to size. It's just not what I like. But excluding the bracelet, the watch itself is absolutely beautiful. Has the Powermatic 80 movement in there. We can zoom in and take a closer look at the dial. This one I really like, the beautiful green dial. There's a few other colors, but this green is just a beautiful green. Applied indexes, nice handset. You get a decent sweep on the seconds hand. It's at 21,600 vibrations per hour. Powermatic 80s, in case you don't know, and like the H series movements on Hamilton, everything like that. They're all ETAs, but they're slowed down a little bit, and they use different materials inside and the way they regulate them and everything. So they're more accurate, they're more robust, they're more anti-magnetic, and they run a little bit slower, but that increases the power reserve way up to 80 hours. So great watch to put in rotation and not have to worry about it just dying and having to wind it, even though that's not that big of a deal. It is 100 meter water depth rating. It is just a push-pull crown, so you can just wind it in the static position, pop it out once, you can change the date, pop it out again, you hack the movement and adjust the time. Pretty standard affair there. But you can just see that green is just mesmerizing. It's like the perfect green for this watch. Polished bezel, brushed sides and top of the flanks with a nice polished relief there. And then, of course, those polished center links. Some people might love that. And look at the transition on the watch. I'm like, I get it. It makes sense. It's perfect. It's just not what I want. But there's no perfect watch. It is what it is. Take it or leave it, right? So there's a look at the case back. Customer order for Tissot 1853. It is a snap case back, but you really shouldn't be taking the case back off anyway. I don't know why you would. It's not like you got to change the battery here, guys. Just wear the dang thing. And the service intervals on this is probably at least 10 years, if not more. I haven't looked that up, if that information is readily available. Or if you maybe know, chime in. What is the service interval on these newer ETAs with the high power reserve? Maybe there's some watchmakers in the group here that we can resource some information from. All right, let's zoom back out. Let's pop this on wrist so you can see what it looks like on my 7.25 inch wrist. I was wearing an Islander watch, It's the only Islander I have actually in the collection. So, and it is, I really like that watch. I think Mark did a good job on that watch. Alrighty, let's, I don't know why I struggle with some of these butterfly clasps, guys. Okay, here we go. I mean, it wears perfect on wrist. So I would have to probably take out one link or something and get it dialed in, but perfect size for me. That 40 by 48 essentially, and then being so thin, yeah, it's a really good sports watch for sure. Sports, you know, semi-casual dress-ish. And of course you have the date at the 3 o'clock. Is there Lume? I think there is Lume. Let's blast this thing and kill the lights and see what kind of Lume Tissot gives us. Little bit of bluish colored Lume. Not bad. I don't expect a ton of Lume. I really like the brushed and polished surfaces on the hands and the applied indices. They reflect light really good. Even in low light, you can still kind of see the time. Not quite like a Grand Seiko or anything like that, but you definitely get that reflection, and it still helps you tell the time. If you squint a little bit, you can still tell the time, even without the Lume. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.